Yo, it's Swiggy. Kingdom Hearts is a franchise near and dear to my heart, but even though I love this story, some of it makes no sense. So today, I'm going to explain the entire story of Kingdom Hearts so far and make it make sense. Kinda. This is Sora, and these are his pants. Darkness. These are his friends, Riku and Kairi, but they get swallowed by darkness. Then he gets a giant key. That's a sword. Big darkness. He gets sent to another world and teams up with Donald and Goofy to find the key while fighting darkness.
Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom,
they travel to Disney World selling keyholes, and for whatever reason, Final Fantasy characters. Sora finds Riku. Riku sees Keyblade. Riku leaves. Turns out Riku is evil. Corrupted by darkness. Sora finds him and Kairi, but her heart's gone. Riku takes his Keyblade and his friends. Traitors. Just kidding. Kill a witch. Slay a dragon. Riku's actually evil. Never mind. He's possessed. Kairi's one of the 7 princesses of light, but her heart is inside Sora. Sora releases it, and now Sora is darkness. Never mind. Kairi saves him. Gotta defeat Ansem. Kingdom Hearts is light. Close the door. Now we gotta find Riku and Mickey again. Sora defeated darkness, and now he arrives at a castle. He meets people dressed in darkness. Sora travels through his memories. Basically Yu-Gi-Oh! But with Keyblades. Nobody knows who you are. Introducing the best boy of the series. We're losing our memories, and Jiminy forgot to hit save on the journal. Random girl drawing. Hold up. I'ma just skip this character. Yeah, him too. Sora finds Riku. He's using darkness again. Turns out this girl is Naminé, an old friend of Sora. Remember this character we skipped? Yeah, Axel kills him. Turns out this isn't Riku, but a replica of Riku. Sora defeats the other skippable character. Naminé has the power to alter memories, and that's why we know Naminé, but we don't really know Naminé because this guy said do it. Sora defeats Marluxia and saves Naminé, and then goes to sleep. But the whole time Riku was downstairs, and so was Mickey. Darkness. Pretty much the same thing as Sora's story. One more Ansem fight, but for real this time. We win. Friends for life. And Sora is still looking for them. In you and I, there's a new ahead. This is Roxas, who has normal shoes, and it's a kid who's enjoying his sum. Roxas is Sora's nobody, which is what's left over when you turn into a Heartless. Yeah, remember this? 2 Keyblades. Did I mention he's best friends with the best boy in the series? Sora was asleep for a year and hit a growth spurt. Mickey's here, but you know who isn't? There's a new threat, Organization 13, but they don't have 13 because of Chain of Memories. Yeah, remember this? Sora travels to the worlds once again to stop the organization and connect the hearts of the world. Ansem again. No, this is Ansem's nobody, Zemus. No, this is actually Ansem. This guy is actually Xehanort's nobody. Are you confused yet? Sora learns that the organization is collecting the hearts that Sora releases with his Keyblade to awaken Kingdom Hearts. Sora makes it to the world that never was, but if it never was, then how the are we here? Sora is confronted by Roxas inside his heart. GG wannabe. Sora in the game make it to the castle and fight the organization and finally find his friends. Why does Sora only cry when we found Riku? Why does Riku look like Ansem? When did Riku get these clothes? Holy we broke Kingdom Hearts. Sora and Riku take on Zemus in one final battle, and we finally go back home. Dang! Here's what we know now. Sora is the chosen Keyblade Master, and to be a Keyblade Master, you must be chosen by the Keyblade. And now, I want you to forget all of that. So Jiminy is recovering both journals from the previous games because for whatever reason, losing your memory means erasing books. And then in comes Datasaur, and I'm gonna be honest with you, none of his story matters until we get to this scene where Terra, Aqua, and Ventus get revealed and we find out that Sora is the only one that can save them. Cut to Mickey and Sid, who said since Sora saved Kingdom Hearts twice by defeating Xehanort's Heartless and his nobody, he actually did a bad thing because now the real Xehanort has returned and well, you're still confused because who are Terra, Aqua, and Ventus? Well, when Sora became Heartless, Roxas was created and recruited by Organization 13. And then Roxas meets Xion, who was member 14 in Organization 13. Yep, it doesn't make sense, but she's not a nobody, she's a replica. She was created from Sora's memories and made as a failsafe, just in case Sora and Roxas prove to be useless. Eventually, Xion starts to look like Sora, she tries to absorb Roxas, GG no Re, Ice Cream, 2 keys, and then Roxas fights Riku because he's trying to overthrow the organization, and then we get to the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 because Riku defeats Roxas. Okay, now we can talk about them. Meet the gang, Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. Terra and Aqua are set to take their Mark of Master exam to become Keyblade Masters, but on the day of the test, only Aqua gets the mark because Terra has darkness in his heart. But really, it's because of Master Xehanort. Not this Xehanort, but this Xehanort, the actual big baddie of the series who we're just now seeing. Master Xehanort goes missing and the unversed, not Heartless or nobodies, are trying to capture the 7 princesses of Heart. Ericus sends Aqua and Terra to find Master Xehanort, but he's not really missing because he's trying to get close to Terra and bring out the darkness in his heart so he can take over his body. But he needs him to get away from the school. He also sends his accomplice Vanitas to tell Ventus that Terra is in trouble to convince him to leave and try to save him because he wants to merge Ventus, who is pure light, with Vanitas, who is pure darkness, to create the Keyblade. Not key as in K-U-I, but key as in this Greek symbol. It doesn't make sense. Terra, Aqua, and Ventus travel the worlds on their own, and Terra, who is very easily influenced by darkness, slowly begins to embrace it, thanks to some smooth talking from the big baldy over here. Enter Braig. I'm gonna bring him up here because he matters later, and I'm also gonna bring up that Terra made Riku a Keyblade wielder because remember how I said that the Keyblade chooses you thing from Kingdom Hearts 1? Yeah, that was a lot. Ventus returns home and tells Ericus what Xehanort intends to do with him and Vanitas, and then Ericus decides to literally end the game by destroying Ventus, but Terra arrives to save Ventus. and fights Ericus. Then Terra wins, Xehanort kills Ericus, and then he destroys the whole land of departure school thing that they take the Keyblade. Yeah. And then before he leaves, he tells Terra to go to the Keyblade graveyard, while Vanitas tells Ventus to go there, and Yensid tells Aqua to also go there. In the Keyblade graveyard, Xehanort reveals that he intends to start another Keyblade war and open Kingdom Hearts. You know, the same thing that his Heartless Agnes nobody did. Xehanort pulls a one-way Captain Ginyu on Terra and takes his body, while Ventus and Vanitas fight inside of Ventus's mind, while Mickey and Aqua fight Vanitas, who is fused with Ventus outside of Ventus's mind. Ventus defeats Vanitas, but he loses his heart and then falls into a deep sleep. And then Aqua takes his body to the land of departure and changes it to Castle Oblivion. Then goes to Radiant Garden and confronts Terranort. But after defeating him, she falls into the realm of darkness, trying to save Terra from falling in. Xehanort conveniently loses his memory and is found by Ansem the Wise, while Ventus's heart finds Sora and rests inside of him, which is why Roxas looks like Ventus. Alright, cut back to Sora. So, turns out Sora and Riku were not actually Keyblade Masters. We've already established this, because of the whole Mark of Mastery thing that they never took. Master Yensid, yeah, he's a Keyblade Master, pushed them into the Mark of Mastery exam by sending them into the sleeping worlds to awaken them, using time travel, which is why Sora looks like he did in Kingdom Hearts 1. Sora and Riku travel through the sleeping worlds while also encountering a new young looking guy. They eventually make it into the world that never was, where Sora battles Xemnas and Riku battles Ansem. Sora is put into a deep sleep and captured by Master Xehanort, because the plan is to turn him into one of the vessels of dark, because Master Xehanort's big plan is to have 13 darknesses clash with 7 lights to recreate the Keyblade War and create the Keyblade to summon Kingdom Hearts. Riku and Mickey try to save Sora, but in the final minute, best boy Axel shows up and saves Sora. Riku travels into Sora's heart and uses the power of Waking to save Sora and becomes a Keyblade Master. But Sora fails because he fell in the darkness, which finally leads us to Kingdom Hearts 3. But before we get to Kingdom Hearts 3, I need to tie up some loose ends. So, Kairi can wield a Keyblade. You didn't really need to know this until the end of 3D, but yeah. This guy is young Xehanort, because I didn't say his name up in the last game, but he's Xehanort, just younger. Axel can use a Keyblade. Don't ask why, just accept it. There was another Keyblade War that was brought on during the Master of Master story, which is a movie you should probably go watch. And now, Sora still cannot use the power of Waking, so he travels to the world trying to regain the power and find Roxas. But this doesn't really make sense since Roxas is already inside of him. You remember he fused with them at the end of KH2. Riku and Mickey are in the realm of darkness trying to save Aqua, while Master Xehanort traveled through time and collected his 13 darknesses to go to war with the 7 lights to awaken Kingdom Hearts by putting their hearts inside of replicas. Sora enters the realm of darkness and saves Aqua, and then they go awaken Ventus, who was sleeping in Castle Oblivion. With Ventus and Aqua saved, Sora leads the 7 lights to the Keyblade graveyard to stop Master Xehanort, and they lose. But then Sora uses the power of Waking, goes back in time, and they win. Okay, to sum up this long sequence before the final boss, Roxas comes back by using a replica, Terra is saved and free from Xehanort's control, and Kairi gets the lead. In one final battle, Sora defeats Master Xehanort and then seals Kingdom Hearts for the 3rd time, and that's the end of Kingdom Hearts. Then the DLC dropped, and Sora used the power of Awakening to go back in time through his friend's hearts to save Kairi, and then Sora gets deleted. But then Kairi goes to sleep and searches through her heart to find a way to find Sora. But eventually, they find out that Sora is in a world called Quadratum, and that is the story of Kingdom Hearts so far. If it's one thing Tetsuya Nomura knows how to do, it's create a never-ending story. I most likely left a lot out, so comment below and talk about it. Also, hit subscribe so you can catch more of these videos. And lastly, I started a Patreon for those who want to support the channel and help me make these videos faster. Alright, bye. Go watch another video. Oh, okay, I'm gone.